bank, tight little bank. She said, what you gonna do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big homie looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you got it better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tell tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. This one taken from the 7. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
81.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. Room here to run. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career. and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Morgan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop. Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down, Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. First down, Mariota. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now out come the Giants. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill? Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance. And he did. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go. Great. Black, come on.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side is Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws. Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help. I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it? It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
But when you have that type of height, he can...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out come the Titans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw Mariota. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Beckham. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Great 15, great 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Come
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ram. Watch.
Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Josh Morrow able to drop him for a loss of 4. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Beckham, the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
82.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Hang in there now. Ram.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Come on now. Let's go. Black, come on.
Now Wentz. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Giants add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mariota on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Grade 15, grade 15. 82, 82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Giants. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Okay, we got four. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Hang in there now. Hang in there now. This 5-7. This 5-7. Lion.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
This is Lewis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
On third down, that's Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Mariota now to throw on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Touchdown, Titans! As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Grade 15, grade 15. 81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Wentz now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Running left, it's Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's caught. Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Left side, caught by Matthews. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Mariota. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Set, line it up.
Working out of the gun, Mariota going deep here for Matthews. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Looking for Shepard deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And some space here. A nice carry there of 15 yards.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. And we just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Come on now, oh, come on now, let's go.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, 74.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And now running right through it. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
4 down, check. Go. Waiting. Here, sit.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Shorty.
Play action. Now Wentz. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Great.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 44 yards away. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2nd down, Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Great.
They'll run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Barkley, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The toss out to Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jackson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these players...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Connor Barwin coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Mariota now on second down, eluding the pressure right. Going underneath for Lewis. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last shot now for Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Yeah. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's them pretty money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.